When it comes to interacting with hot women and high value men, your vibe and your delivery is the one thing that if you just made a small tweak to your communication right now, that's what would yield the most drastic, biggest improvement in your day-to-day interaction. So I wanna go over a couple different examples of how you guys could make these small tweaks right now to get a massive result. So I just got off of a coaching call with a client. We were breaking down an audio recording of him interacting with a girl. They were vibing, it was going well, and at some point the girl asked him, when are you actually moving out here to New York City? So my client then said, I should be out here by next month. We could go on a date then maybe, okay? And at which point the girl said, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, maybe, we'll see. I kind of like what he did, but I also don't like what he did. And this is what I'm talking about. Small, subtle tweaks in your communication can make the world of a difference. So I like what he did in a sense that he didn't just answer the boring, logical question, which is probably what a lot of you dudes would do, right? If the girl asks you a question, when are you gonna move there? The boring, logical answer would be, answer the question. I'll be out there next month, okay? If you wanna take it one step further than that, what I teach a lot of my clients to do is you don't just answer the question. You answer the question, but you find a way to play around with the words to make it a little bit teasing or a little bit flirtatious. So I like where his mind was at in a sense that he didn't just answer it, but he actually said, I'll be out there next month. He thought about how I could make this about the two of us. So he said, we could go on a date then maybe. Okay, so I do like his attempt to make it more flirtatious and less logical. However, I think the part that he went wrong with was his delivery and his vibe behind the flirtatious line. Okay, because really what he said was, we could go on a date then maybe, like if you approve of it, if you're down to go on a date with me, then maybe I would love to go on a date then. It is one step better than just answering a boring logical question, is making an attempt at making it flirtatious or making it man to woman, implying a date. However, I do think there's a higher level than that a lot of you dudes aren't doing, and it's these subtleties in the tone and the delivery. Because essentially what happened was my client, what I told him was, dude, your tonality and the way you phrase the question, it's seeking approval. It's seeking approval from the girl in hopes that she will say yes to the date. And this is the same mistake I see all of you fucking dudes doing all the time in your interactions, whether it's on the initial pickup, whether it's on the date, whether it's on the courtship with the girl and things have been going well. In one way or another, you find a way to change the dynamic into seeking rapport, seeking approval. Okay, and for some of you guys that understand tonalities, there is a seeking rapport tonality, which is when the tone pitches up, right? Like girls their voice pitches up. Oh my God, girl. That's a seeking rapport tonality. But you guys also, you have a seeking rapport or seeking approval in the way that you're phrasing your questions, in the way that you're asking the girl out. And it's that subtlety right there that is sub-communicating to the girl that you are actually below the girl, that you're hoping that she says yes. And I promise you guys, that is not anywhere near as high value or as high status of a dude who's truly confident or who's truly abundant would really be delivering that sentence. And it's this small, subtle tweak that makes all the difference. And that's oftentimes why I tell you guys, it's not so much about the words you say, because if we were to actually look at what my client said in this interaction word for word, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's that bad. Instead of him just saying, I'll be out there next month, we could go on a date then maybe, all he needed to do is change the tonality to, instead of seeking approval on it, he needs to deliver it from a place of, I'm the selector. I'm at a high status and I'm evaluating you to see whether or not you are up to par, okay? Which is a very high status frame to be communicating from. And that's oftentimes what a lot of people will do. That if a boss is having an interaction with somebody, if someone who's like running an interview, if somebody who's truly in abundance, who's very selective about a certain thing, they will be communicating from the frame of, I am the evaluator and I am the decider. I am the prize. You might hear some people like online saying like, you're the prize. Okay, well, what does that mean? It's not some rah, hype yourself up bullshit about I'm the alpha male, I'm the prize. No, I'm talking about the delivery and the frame that this interaction is coming from is positioning you as the prize. Okay, I'm gonna get into exactly how you could tweak this in just 1 second. But guys, as I'm saying this, if this interests you, if you're like, fuck dude, like I need this in my own life, I wanna work with Kyle to get better with this shit, you can, okay? Click the link in the description, you can fill out an application to apply to work with me directly, okay? Click the link in the description. Now, with that being said, how could he have done this differently? It's not about the words. I like what he said about, I'll be out there next month, We could go on a date then maybe. And to which point the girl said, yeah, we'll see. She said, oh, okay, yeah, we'll see. Right? The girl took the frame back and said, we'll see. She laughed and she said, we'll see. Okay, what does that mean? The girl's saying, we'll see about that. I'll let you know because I'm the evaluator. And there's a lot you can learn from that. It's when you present the girl a shitty frame, the girl will naturally take the frame. What I'm telling you guys to do is make the small subtle tweak in your delivery and your vibe so you're the one presenting the right frame. Just listen to what the girl said. She said, we'll see. She did it with this fucking little cocky, funny smirk on her face too. And she did this little hand movement about, we'll see. I really just wish he would have said that from the jump. I'll actually be out there next month. We could go on a date then, maybe. We'll see. He didn't say, I didn't say anything different right there, guys. I literally said word for word exactly what my client said. The exact same fucking sentence. I know you guys are like, what's the words? Let me write down the words. Like, dude, you could write down all the words in the fucking world, but if your delivery and your vibe sounds whack and you're seeking approval and it's coming from the wrong frame, if it's coming from a frame of, I hope you approve of me, right? A lot of times the way that you guys open the interaction, just the open, you haven't even asked the girl out, you haven't even fucking flirted with her, you're just trying to start the interaction, and the way you open the conversation and the way you ask that first question, the tone and the delivery behind it is indicating, I really hope you react well to me because I care about your approval. I hope you respond positively to me because I'm insecure about rejection and I'm seeking approval. I could say the same fucking thing that you guys say. My interaction will fly open. Your conversation will end up in a rejection. Do you understand why? It's not about the words. It's about the vibe and the delivery and the frame that is coming from. I've said this in other videos. There's a certain sound to a man to woman dynamic, okay? It's not about the words that makes it flirty. There's a sound to it. There's a sound to confidence. There's probably another coach on YouTube that says the same fucking thing I'm saying in this video, but he doesn't sound the right way. Have you ever heard, I know you guys have heard some other guys online and you're like, this dude sounds cheesy. This dude sounds fake. This dude sounds like he has an agenda, like he's trying to sell me something. And guys, you're right. I'm trying to sell you something too. In every fucking video, I say, apply to work with me personally. But do you understand why I do that? It's because I have a core confidence belief. I know with certainty, if you worked with me directly, I would really transform your whole life. The way you communicate, your mentality, your perspective on the world, your social confidence, the way women respond to you, the way high status men respond to you, I'm certain that I could transform that in you. So that's why when I say, hey, click the link below to transform your fucking life, it doesn't sound salesy or gimmicky. It's because the frame that it's coming from is not, I hope you do it because I'm desperate for your money. It's like, no, dude, honestly, if you didn't do it, you'd be a fucking dumbass. Okay, if you have no money, well, like, dude, a big thing I talk about on my channel too is like, you need to level up as a man. But honestly, when I'm doing my call to actions in my videos, guys, I'm just being raw and real because I see the clients I help and I see the transformations and I know the value that I'm offering. And so when you know that you're a valuable dude who's on his path, on his purpose, is gonna have abundance if you don't already, and you're asking a girl out, it's not gonna be, I hope you approve. It's gonna be like, yo, I know what I'm worth and I know what I got going on. And if a girl was in my life, she would greatly benefit. Her life would transform tremendously because of the experience and the knowledge I have. So when I ask her out, and if she's like, we'll see, I would be like, okay. You know why? Because it's legitimately her loss. And look, if you're not at that level yet, that's okay. We're gonna work up to that. It starts with the external game. If you don't have the inner game, it's not just you're not gonna watch a video and suddenly you have strong inner game, you have strong core beliefs. It doesn't work like that. The inner game builds as you gather more and more experiences and you have more success. It honestly starts with outer game. It starts with the outer game, and that's what I'm telling you guys in this video. There's a small piece of outer game in this video, which is pay attention to the tonality and the delivery behind your words. When you're flirting with a girl, there's a certain vibe to it. When you're asking the girl out, there's a certain vibe to it. When you're making it slightly more man to woman, there's a certain tonality behind it. It's not seeking approval. It's you implying, we'll see. Imagine you were looking at a girl and she's like, will you go out with me? And just imagine you already had 5 dates lined up of girls that were equally as hot and you wanted to be fun and playful with the girl. You would look at her and you say, we'll see. Okay, that's the frame that it comes from. That's the only way I can explain it to you right now. So, like, you need to imagine you're in that situation and how you would act in that moment. Because all of you guys have confidence. Confidence is situational. It's just you guys haven't been in the situation enough, so for you it's hard to just like imitate it. But I'm just saying, imagine for 1 second, put yourself into that position of a dude who's already had 5 dates this week. They're hot girls, and you have another girl who's like kind of hot. She's like at that same level, and she's asking you to go out. How would you deliver it to that girl? You would be fun and playful. You would look at her with a little bit of a smirk. You say, I mean, I'll be out in New York next month, so we could go on a date then, maybe. We'll see. That will fucking hit, man. You don't, and it's not those words. I don't want you guys running around saying those words all the time, because I want you to be like, yeah, we're gonna go on a date, we'll see. It's the vibe behind the whole thing. When you say the playful line, when you say the push-pull, when you say the flirtatious thing, when you misinterpret the question, which is, by the way, that's that one technique right there. She said, when are you gonna be in New York City? The misinterpretation would be, she's asking me because she wants to go on a date with me. Instead of just answering the question, this is one of the flirting techniques that I teach, and this would be in module 7, right? One of these techniques is answering the question, but misinterpreting it to assume that the girl is like attractive, assume that the girl is like hitting on us, or assume that the girl's asking us out. Yeah, I'll be out here next month. Maybe at that point we could go on a date. I mean, we'll see. You can't say that, by the way, in the very beginning of an interaction, because the girl's gonna be like, who said anything about a date? What the fuck? Like, slow down. In this particular instance, my client, I've been working with this guy. We've gotten him to a point where he's having longer interactions. He's flirting with girls. He's going on dates. So this audio was probably like 25 minutes into an interaction. There had already been some flirtatiousness going on. The girl was showing interest. It made sense to deliver this line at this point in the conversation, okay? So don't get it twisted and take it out of context. There's levels to this shit, guys. But the one takeaway from this video is, what is your vibe? What is your delivery? What is the tonality? What is the frame that these phrases are coming from? Because if it's not on point, if it's not dialed in, if it's not coming from the right frame, you're not gonna get the responses you're looking for, okay? So for guys that wanna get better with your tonality, your vibe, your delivery, to start switching your interactions to get the girls more intrigued, more attracted to you, I can help you with that, guys. And I mean it. This is not a fucking corny sales pitch. I genuinely know with certainty I can help you with that. If you wanna work with me directly, click the link in the description, fill out an application for an opportunity to work with me personally. The consultation call is with me directly too, guys, so you have nothing to lose. Hop on a call, let's talk about your situation, and we could discuss details about what it would look like to actually work with me personally. It's 2024, New Year's on the way, so if you're ready to level up, transform your life, link in the description. That's all for this video. Peace out.